Finally watching the Amazing Digital Circus finale. Very exciting. So I did watch this in theaters. So I did watch the finale in theaters. But I had a very gut instinct reaction when I first watched it. So I'm really interested in rewatching it and seeing if some of my feelings have changed and shifted. So yeah, we're gonna probably talk about it after a bunch. And I know there's been lots of discussion since it premiered last night, all that stuff, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Okay. All right, here we go.
Green, gold, and silver, and green it is. The Jack Daniels falling day after 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 Are you sure? How did that even happen? There's no undo or anything?
He was messing with the console as I was working. I don't know what happened, but before I could try to get him back, the floor opened up and...
That's convenient.
Jax.
What? Are we all just supposed to forgive this? This guy messed up in the worst possible way he could. Now we have nothing.
Jax, please, just calm down. We're all... We're...
Anything else you want to tell us?
Jax!
What? He gets to mess up like this and everyone takes his side?
Brain scans. Scratch was trying to make a brain scanner. I didn't think it actually worked. We didn't know how to work with the files, and they were impossibly small, given what they were supposed to be. I saw a folder full of them when I was in Caine's code. So, I guess Caine found a way to get them working.
That means...
I know what it means. Congratulations, Zooble! Guess you still get to leave your mark in the world. Oh, isn't that fun?
Jax.
I guess you still get to hang out with Mommy after all, right, Rags?
Shut up, Jax!
Guess I'm... still...
I know. I think I've always known. It just... for some reason... it still hurts so much to hear it.
I know it hurts, but we still have each other. We're all in this together.
That's such an important detail that I feel like when I first watched this, I totally missed. And I think if you don't catch what was just revealed in these first few minutes, it'll totally provide a pathway of confusion for how this all ends up going. I think it's really, really important. So I feel like every episode, I feel like it took me a few watches to kind of understand what was happening. But if you didn't quite understand what was just said. What I'm understanding, right, is that while Kinger was trying to fix or stop Caine from, because he was really, he was being aggressive. He was lashing out on the different circus characters. And in that, he finds something that kind of explains who they are in the circus and their purpose, Caine's relationship to it, how they came to be. And yeah, it's a really big key to understanding the narrative of the show. Because here's the thing, I feel like there's so much density in 7, 8, and 9, because there's a lot of themes about communication and relationships and boundaries and all these things, being how you connect with other people. Those are themes that are prevalent throughout the entire show. But um now we're talking about the depth of the actual narrative of the show in terms of the story, right? Because there's themes in the story, right? What's happening to our characters, the universe, and all this stuff. So, what Caine just is finding out is that Caine figured out that his colleague, right, who we got to learn about in episode 8, was dying and was trying to find a solution. And he made a brain scanner, and his tone in this was like, I didn't think it worked, but it was like, I didn't think it worked in the sense that it did work because he found files of people's brain scans and Caine activated them, meaning that these are consciousnesses of people that exist, but not that these people are connected to they're not connected at this very moment to the system. It's like they did a scan and saved it in the computer. And the computer were able to be like, what if I decided to make these my little playthings? Is basically what happened, right? It is an incredibly important detail that is said right off the bat. And when I was watching this, I was like, yeah, we know that you went into the computer and did the brain scans, but I had no idea because look at the reactions of every single person because they realize that's why that's why Jax is like, aren't you so happy you get to make your mark on the world? Zubul, because Zubul says, oh, I wanted to make a mark in the world. That was their aspirations as a person. And that person is still able to do that because that person is living their life outside of the space, right? These people, these characters are locked in this space because they're separate versions of what these people are still living their lives as. So it's an incredibly important detail. So I'm pausing right here because I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, so they really laid out right here what's happening. So, in a way, the characters in the circus are like a spiritual twin to whomever the brain scans came from. That's what I'm getting. And that's what I believe, right? Because at this point, we don't really know Jax's story, right? There's a lot of unanswered things about the other characters. But the one thing we do know is that, like, Zubul was like a bartender. Zubul, um, like verbalized wanting to do bigger and better things. Ragatha had a very complicated family relationship and um things like that. And I think that there's hope for those relationships or those aspirations to be fulfilled or to be resolved because those things are happening separately of here. It's not like these people's lives paused. They've been in the circus, they unplug and they return to real life. The people that they are still living their life. That's basically what was revealed. And that's why there's this like kind of shock realization throughout the characters. I am realizing this as we're watching this. Okay? That's what was kind of just revealed. And I feel like I'm articulating this because I didn't catch this. I didn't catch this. It's a very complicated set of feelings. Like I understand why these characters are suddenly having this emotional breakdown, right? Like you don't understand that you might be the uploaded subconscious of a person, like a copy, control C, control V of a conscious, you don't know that like your life is still going. You don't know that. You don't know those things. All you know is that you're in this place is totally different from what you remember. You're subjected to these crazy adventures and you feel like you're stuck here forever. Like you have no idea. So it's a very conflicted feeling because it's like, oh, well, that means I actually do get to live the life I want to live out. But actually, me right now, as the person right here in this technicolor, checkerboard, crazy, wonky, wild world, I just won't be able to experience that. I am staying here. I am stuck in here, even though the person that I am from is living their life. Like it's a very complicated set of emotions. Oh, wait, shall we continue? That was the first 3 minutes of the fucking episode. Oh boy, it can only go up from here. Oh, Kinger. I love him.
Need any help?
Sure, if you want to give it a try.
I really admire Pomni.
Relax your body and mind. Deep breaths. And try not to think too hard about it.
I really admire her tenacity to persevere and to problem solve for the sake of herself and other people. I think it's a very admirable quality. You know.
I really wanted to help.
You had a good start.
I thought I could uplift everyone, but everything's gotten so bad. God, am I stupid for even trying?
No, none of this is your fault. I don't think anyone could have predicted things to play out the way they did.
I'm scared. I don't know what's gonna happen.
You know, out of all the people I've seen enter this place, I don't think any one of them adjusted as quickly as you did.
I was a nervous wreck.
So was I. It's a lot for anybody to go through. But while the others took weeks, hell, even months to get used to everything, myself included, you found your footing in a matter of days. And not just that, you've also become someone they can trust, even if they don't seem receptive. It's times like these they're gonna need someone like that the most.
Mm.
You're very strong, Pomni. And I know you'll be able to get through this.
We've been here before.
Have we?
Yeah. Back in the Mildenhall Manor. I doubt you remember.
Well, it's still true. It may take time, but they'll come around. We can't fix every problem. Not with ourselves. Not with the world around us. But we can still do what we can.
It's gonna be a lot of work.
But it won't be a lot of work alone.
Oh, that's so good. Hold on, let me get my tissues. Hold on. Tissue alert, tissue alert. Kinger always knowing how to get the emotional beats. It's true. Like, adversity is so much. There's a phrase. I don't even know what it's called. Adversity is. The load of adversity is much lighter when it's shared, or something like that. It's something along the lines. And I think it's true, right? Like, it's. There's a lot of things about mental health in this show. And I think that line alone, right? He's talking about, we'll get through this. We'll be able to rebuild this place. And this is why this show is so powerful. It's like, we'll be able to build this place, bit by bit. We just have to try hard and, this and that, and literally work hard, put elbow grease towards it. But I think that also applies to mental health, right? Like navigating the journey of mental health is so daunting and can feel so incredibly isolating and scary. And to do that journey by yourself is so incredibly difficult. And, I feel like when you're suffering so deeply, it really is a relief and lightens that load when you're able to lean on somebody that you can count on and you can have trust with, that can really be able to be there, so you feel less alone in your challenges. And it might be messy how you navigate it, but at least somebody will tell you that it's okay. You got to keep on going, take it on the chin and keep on going as you navigate the feelings within yourself, because they can be so hard and it can be feel so difficult, and not everybody is able to be successful in that journey. And I think that's kind of the representation of abstraction in the show, right? It's like that's kind of what it shows, right? Where it's become so much and you don't know what to do, and then you abstract, right? And I think that we can also help a lot of people, but I also think that and try to work on ourselves, but it's still, you know, it's not like there's 100% success rate, right? It's hard. It's very challenging, and I think that's also why this show is so powerful, because we see that from so many different perspectives. We see wonderful people, look at Kinger and Queenie, right? Like Queenie wasn't able to hang in there and she abstracted, but Kinger was able to stick in there. And it's just crazy. Anyway, yeah, sorry. Oh, I love Kinger. He's my favorite. Oh, I love him so much. What a wonderful voice. May we all have Kingers in our life to be able to remind us that even though it's hard right now, it'll get a little bit easier with time. Oh,
I don't know what the trouble's been, but it's too much to
and
get
like working on your mental
over
health is like you need a lot of
you.
like that elbow grease. It's like hard. It's like learning how
You're
to fix a
much
car. You're
too
gonna fuck up a little
much
bit,
to
but
get over.
you'll eventually learn how to get better at it. But it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be messy.
Never mind.
I wish I'd cried a little more. I somehow forgot how bad it can get.
What do we do now? What can we do? Of course he'd do this. Of course he'd wait until there's nothing we could do about it. That's just so... God damn it, Jax.
I'm sorry.
For what? Hey. This isn't your fault.
Why can't I cry for him? I suppose we should try coming up with a plan to keep him contained.
Oh, oh. This is why I love this show, because it's not like it presents so many Well, it presents the nuance and the multifaceted of feelings that are very complicated and so incredibly human regarding loss, you know? It's so sad because obviously Jax was putting up a front a lot of the time, and Pomni saw through that a lot of the time and was trying to really get them to open up and bond, and they were incredibly resistant to that, and they isolated themselves, and then this is what happened. And but it doesn't excuse the fact that Jax was just sometimes not a really nice person towards other people, and it's okay for those people to feel complicated and be like, why can't I cry for him? Like, I feel like that is very human. And I think that's, you know, I think that's really important to show um, how complicated feelings can be, because grief and can is complicated, loss is complicated, navigating relationships is complicated. I think it's really great. Yeah.
You know, I always thought it should have been me.
Don't say that.
We were friends once. I mean, sort of friends. As much of friends as anybody could have been with Jax. We could talk to each other, at least. But then, what was it? Something like the snowy summit. I can't really remember. But something happened between him and her. And Ribbit. Her name was Ribbit.
Yeah. I think I remember you mentioning her before.
I wasn't supposed to. After Ribbit was gone, I tried to comfort him. He told me to never mention Ribbit's name again. He made me promise. And I did. I think that's where our friendship really, finally ended. I wonder if things would have been different if I'd said no. It was so hard for me. I still don't know why I did it. I just wanted him to know he wasn't alone. That I was there for him. And I guess I just didn't want to lose any more friends. Shows what I know, huh?
Ragatha, you were the first real friend I made here. And despite all that's happened, I still consider you my closest friend.
I'm glad we're still friends. What are we gonna do?
Make sure Gangle, Zubul, and Kinger are okay. They need someone like you right now.
Pomni, you've been one of the best things to happen to me since I got here. I trust you.
I just have to say, besides this being a wonderful exchange between the two of them, the close ups of Ragatha in this scene are gorgeous because we get to appreciate the level of texture and detail that they put into her model in this show. Like, literally, the fabric of her dress, like her felt skin and stuff, her button eye. So much gorgeous detail and just I just want to tell you, seeing this on the big screen and seeing that detail on the big screen was incredible. So just brava to the team at Glitch because it's just so cool to see just where their animation has come and and things like that, and just seeing it, it's really fabulous. It's really great. Yeah. I feel like I'm being far more emotional now than I was before. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't cry when I first watched this in theaters, which is crazy because I cry while watching Fast and the Furious. Dominic Toretto says family, and I'm a weeping bowl of water. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, but this time around, because like I'm really trying hard to really digest every moment, every detail, every story beat. It's just so good. And oh my God, look at them, how they look at each other. Oh, I love it. We love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. I will say before, like, I don't know, like the finale made me love Ragatha. I love her so much. She's like really trying, she really tries to help be like a mediator voice within the group and the best. And I feel like that's why her and Pomni are really aligned as people. Oh, it's so good. Love, love, love. I think I mentioned this before, but I love the design of the abstracted creatures. Like, these are just beautiful frames.
Jax, I just want you to know that if you need anything, or if you need to talk to anybody, I'm here for you. I know you need it. And I'm the only person who can help you. You need me. I can fix you.
What? We can't die from oxygen deprivation, remember?
Horrifying. Horrifying.
Come on, guys, put some gusto into it. We're gonna make this the best funeral ever. It's what Zubul would have wanted. Remember, it's not a mourning of death. It's a celebration of life.
Sup?
Jax, why are you wearing that?
Wearing what? Oh, this! I figured what better way to honor Zubal's spirit than by wearing something all gender freaky, right?
You're just doing it to make fun of them.
Isn't that what you're doing?
I hate you.
What? Don't act like you don't like it, sweet cheeks. Meet me in my room after the funeral. Don't be late.
What are you all doing? Get back to work!
Gingo was wearing the mask of from the fast food episode.
You killed the only person I've ever loved. Now I'm going to kill you.
Sheesh, you just blame me for everything, don't you? I gotta do something about this. I think this calls for a change in scenery.
So these are the different, how Jax would emotionally process, how these different people would be attracted to something.
That's all, freaks. How the hell did you get in here? We have a strict no girls allowed policy. Why are you wearing that? I wouldn't be caught dead wearing that. I'm wearing it ironically. That way it shows truly just how little I care. Don't forget about me. I can play the piano. You know, if you have to say you can play the piano, it makes it seem like you can't actually play. Yeah, just shut up and play!
Is that what you really think of us back there?
Oh, that? Who knows? Everything's way more fun when you play it out in extremes.
That's not reality, though.
Oh boy,
why does that
reality's
matter?
gay. Yeah, I mean, killing off the comic relief character? What a freaking drag. This whole episode's been nothing but wah, wah, wah. Where's the levity? Shut up!
Oh, that's the door with all the unresolved trauma and feelings. Because we stuffed those deep down inside and put them behind a door with a lock key, and we swallowed that key. I think the locked door that we saw in the hallway was Pomni's door. Because Jax, despite having that really intense conversation with Pomni after they played the shoot 'em up game, you know, where they're shooting the other characters in the circus, obviously Jax feels closest to Pomni, and so I think Jax wasn't ready to confront those feelings, and that's why that door is really, really boarded up. That's my assumption. This door is really interesting because has different versions of themselves in it, and I don't know what's here.
Where's the real Jax?
You're not gonna get anywhere asking questions like that. Now scram! You're messing up our game.
Do any of you have a key to this door?
Nope. And even if I did, I wouldn't give it to you. You women need to learn to quit prying all the time. Wow. I hope that doesn't also happen to me. Okay. Wait. Wait. What's...
Whoa, it's okay. I know it's a lot.
Get away from me! I look... stupid.
I remember that feeling.
Okay, but like I remember seeing Ribbit for the first time and just like her posture, and I was like, "Oh no, we got a baddie! Baddie alert! Baddie alert! Baddie alert!" Ooh. Why is La Saba? Okay, okay, Mami Chula La Saba. Okay, why is she so sassy? Or was something about her? Something about her. Is she a hear me out or hold me back though? Like, let's be real. Like, let's be real. Okay, anyway. Going back to the we're diving into Jax's psyche.
It goes away eventually. Hot chocolate's pretty good. Kaufmo and I made it kind of a tradition to come up here and get it every week.
Can't even tell it's not real.
Oh, he laughed! Ah, yes, we did it!
Shut up! You caught me off guard.
A laugh's a laugh. I mean, gotta start somewhere.
I'm just mad it was you instead of me.
Well, yeah, you're not funny.
Damn it, Jax!
Hey, Ribbit, you want to be on my team again?
Sorry. I'm gonna be showing Jax around this time.
No worries, y'all have fun.
Hey, dumb!
Sup, moron?
Oh my god, same. I used to swear so much, but the censoring annoyed the shit out of me.
You gotta watch out for her. She's gonna corrupt you.
Okay.
He's such a...
Today's adventure was really fun.
I'm glad I could cheer you up.
Have you ever done something that you regret?
Yeah? Have you ever breathed air?
I mean, like, something you did out there that you can no longer make up for and can't stop thinking about. I cut ties with my parents when I moved out.
This is such a beautiful scene.
They
just
were
with the lighting
devout
and the
Mormons,
colors.
and I wasn't. Despite that, I still wish I could see them again. But I'm stuck here.
Is this your way of trying to get me to open up?
It's my way of letting you know I trust you.
I told you I was homeless. What else do you need to know?
Do you trust me?
Yeah, but it's just... It's kind of a lot.
You're kind of a lot, but I still like you. A lot is fine.
A lot is fine, huh? I had a weird relationship with my parents. They split when I was just starting high school. I was never close with my dad. He was there, but he also kind of wasn't. He never seemed proud of me, and I always felt like a disappointment to him. Like I could never live up to his standards. When they split up, I just never saw him again. I thought I got along better with Mom, but after he was gone, she changed. When I showed weakness, I was less of a man than him. When I lashed out, I was just as bad as him. It was confusing. It was like she missed him, but also hated him. And I became the target of all that. One stupid day, I was just kind of fed up with it. I told her something I regret telling her. Something deep and personal that I thought would get her off my back. But she laughed at me. Then she went off on me, and it didn't stop. Personal, degrading insults that felt like it went on forever. And despite all that, the thing that bothered me most was, at the end of all of it, she hugged me. I didn't know what to do. So I panicked, and I pushed her off me with all the force I could. She fell backwards. And she didn't get up. I didn't know if she was just trying to make me feel bad, or... I never found out the answer. I just ran as far away from it as I could. Whatever I did to her, I'll never know. I guess there's a lot of things I regret about that day.
Just like bravo to Michael Kovac, the voice actor, because like we've never seen Jax be this vulnerable, and the performance is incredible.
I'm sure she's fine. I mean, if the police never came after you, then she was probably fine.
I'm sorry. I definitely overshared.
Wait. I'm glad you trust me.
Shit. This is embarrassing.
Your secret's safe with me.
So this entire dialogue and the scene totally hits differently, understanding the context that Jax is confirmed by Gooseworks and voice actors on the show that Jax is trans. Can you imagine dealing with a mother who tried to parentify their child by making them emotionally responsible for their needs because their partner left, and they decided to burden their child with their own feelings as a replacement for their partner? But you're also incredibly bitter about that relationship, so they also become the ire, and you lash out at them. So it becomes incredibly emotionally abusive and manic, going to extremes. And you're navigating your identity. You open up to this parent who not only laughs at this admission, which goes back to, remember when last episode Caine was showing everyone's deepest, darkest fears, and Jax was literally being ripped apart, and everybody was laughing. And it wasn't everybody, it was specifically Kaufmo, Ribbit, and Pomni, right? Their silhouettes are like in like the zoetrope effect that's surrounding them. And literally, as their self is being stripped away to show their most vulnerable self. So the mother laughs and then knows exactly what to say to break down your sense of self when you're ready down, to disassemble your confidence, to not have that support, to just attack after attack after attack, lash out. And then maybe in a brief moment realizing that this is your child, decides to maybe feel guilty and try to correct the behavior by hugging. And of course, it's no wonder why Jax reacted in the way that they did in terms of pushing away the parent. And Jax is a very tragic character in my eyes. And I think that that's not to excuse any bad behavior on Jax's end. I think even though you might have, there's stories of a lot of people who've gone through a lot of adversity, who've gone through a lot of terrible experiences in their life, and and that doesn't make them abuse or bully or take advantage of other people, right? It's not to excuse that behavior, but obviously life is a million shades of gray. It's not black or white. And I think Jax is a wonderful, and I said this at the beginning. When I was first starting to watch the series, Jax is the most fascinating character to me. Kanger is my favorite, but Jax is the most fascinating because they have all these complex. They're a very complex character, and there was a lot of nuance. You know, seeing the fate that kind of ends up befalling Jax, right? They did decide to abstract. It's sad. It's sad because Jax, instead of pushing people away, could have helped themselves. But it's really hard. If you're not being given the tools to navigate a lot of those feelings, if you're not taught also how to trust people, and when people have laughed at you and then emotionally manipulated you, how are you supposed to trust interactions with other people? How are you supposed to trust that when somebody's like, I trust you, like what Ribbit's doing in this scene, Jax can sit there and be like, you know what? Yeah, yeah, I can do that. It's like a big step for Jax to be like, you know what? Maybe this person won't. After dealing with people in his life, people in their life rather, like their parent, you know. And so, yeah, it's just a lot. Mm.
Hey, is Jason there? I think I found
Yeah,
him.
yeah? I mean, now's not a good time. Or now's fine. What do you want?
If now's a bad time, I can come back later.
That would be cool. Good. All right. So, if you ever tell anyone about this, I'm never speaking to you again. Sound good?
Yeah, I won't.
Awesome. Bye. Why am I such an idiot? Why am I such an idiot? Why am I such an idiot?
Hey, Jax. Look, about yesterday. I'm sorry if I pried too hard or made you feel uncomfortable
What?
or...
What are you talking about? Oh, you mean... you know none of that was real, right? What, that corny backstory out of a Hallmark movie? Nah. Really got you, though. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Hey, wanna team up?
Nah, I'm teaming up with Kaufmo. Maybe next time, though.
I actually heard they're supposed to look like that. Hey, you wanna team up?
Nah, I'm with Kaufmo.
Okay.
What's up with Ribbit lately?
I have no idea. What?
I'm gonna hang out in the cafe.
Okay. Why are you telling me this?
I don't know. Hey, Jax, can we talk?
What is there for us to possibly talk about?
I don't know, just whatever I did, whatever's going on between us, can we just stop this? I miss talking to you.
We're here. We're talking. What else do you want from me?
I just want to be friends again.
What? So you can pry into my personal life and hold it over my head?
Is that really what you think? This can't be what you want!
What? Because you know me so well! Because we're such super close best friends, so we
Jax,
know everything
were
about each other!
friends. We were great friends, and I'm
Oh my
sorry for
God!
crying, but I don't want this one stupid mistake to be
Here
the
we
thing
go.
that ends
Here
all
we
of this.
go! Why are you still fixated on that night? Nothing happened! You keep reading into things when there's nothing there! You're the one using me! You're manipulating me and
I'm sorry. I'll leave you alone.
Hey, if Ribbit ever says anything about me, just know it's not true.
What?
Hey, Ragatha! What was that movie you were talking about earlier?
Huh? Wait, when was I... Oh, you mean yesterday? Hey, Jax, have you seen Ribbit at all today?
Hey, look, we were friends, but I know you two were especially close. Just, if you need anyone to talk to.
Do I look like I need someone to talk to?
I know it's hard. Just don't be afraid to reach out to me. I promise.
Huh? What?
How about we call her Gangle? That sounds about as pathetic as she looks.
What?
Great choice, Gangle. I'll be sure to add that right into the system.
Out of the way, Rags!
Jax, look, I know we don't get along, but I think I might have found a way out of here.
Have fun being crazy!
And I should just play along until I wake up, right?
Whatever you say, kid. You never know until it's too late. You're not looking too good. You gonna cry? Looking like this? I'd move on.
You're gonna cry looking like this? Because it's silly. Silly to be in a body that you feel like isn't yours. It's so sad because I think there's people like this that absolutely exist where people try to reach out, they try to be there, they try to be there for somebody who's going through something so difficult and they're trying so hard. And to let them know that they aren't alone and they have resources and they have support and shoulders to lean on. You can do as much as you can. But sometimes there are not people that you can fix. And there are some people that are never going to climb out of their depression or of their self loathing. And, and there's nothing that you can do. And that is the hardest truth. You can do the most for that person. But if that person doesn't believe that they are worth saving, worth fixing, worth a new turn, whatever it is, worth navigating, there's nothing you can do to help somebody like that. We're we're not seeing this narrative of Jax being like everybody here is stupid or whatever it is. Is that actually there was a lot of love and care here, and Jax is the one who decided to isolate. And that level of self-hatred is just so sad. And it's not uncommon with people who are queer and especially trans. And it's just very, very sad.
And probably forget about you.
Hey. I didn't know you could play the piano.
I only know like 2 songs. Why are you here? Just to rub every mistake I've ever made in my face?
And that's the beautiful thing about love. You can love a flawed person.
I'm a terrible person. Is that what you want me to say? I already know I am. So why does anybody still care about me? You're not supposed to care. You're not supposed to miss me. You're not supposed to love me. This isn't how this is supposed to go. Please. Leave me alone. You're making this so much harder.
Feelings are hard. It's very difficult.
You're making this so much harder.
You should have just talked to me, man.
It's too late. I did this to myself. There's no coming back from this.
Then talk to me now.
I hate you. You know that? You always have to go and complicate things.
It's what I do.
I don't want to go.
Stay with me.
Big moment. Big moment. Hi, we're crying over the amazing digital circus. How's your day? Full of trauma? Great. Welcome on in. Ah. Okay. Isn't she lovely? Oh, I mean that song. Two Jacks. Hello? Hello? To a Jax montage? It's all there, people. It's all there. Yeah. Oh. Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she lovely? 'Cause she's made from love. That could have been her alternate life. That's the thing. Isn't that that's so sad. It's so sad. It's so sad cuz it's like, hateful behavior, things like that. I mean, it doesn't excuse it, but sometimes people really really were not given the tools to navigate themselves, and they were not shown love. And when they were shown love, it was like the first time an animal, after being beaten and abused, is rescued. Like they just don't know how to react to it. They're incredibly distressful and they'll lash out and attack because they just really don't know what that looks like. You just don't know what that looks like. And it's so sad because you hear it right there when Jax is like, I don't want to go. They just don't know how to deal with the things. And I think that's so sad. And I think it's okay. It's okay to say that they are imperfect and they were definitely not a model person. But it's also like, it's really hard to like, you can't write off a person completely sometimes either. And it's hard.
Oh, you weren't gonna try to take care of him all by yourself, were you?
I'm glad we weren't too late.
Like you guys keep saying, we're all in this together.
You guys.
Having a lot of complex thoughts. We're still human.
It's okay to be sad. It's and about someone that and feel bad for someone who like did you dirty, but also feel frustrated and mad that things could have worked out differently.
I hope it's enough to keep him
I think
contained.
Gangle's emotional reaction to this whole thing is so real. It was really well written because I feel like Gangle's perspective is so needed in this, right? Because it can't be like, oh, Jax was entirely unproblematic, hunky dory, we're saving him, that's it, right? It's like, well, Jax also like was kind of a jerk, right? They did mess up quite a bit and push people away. I mean, people did end up abstracting because of their behavior, and I think how they decided to write how Gingo reacts to it all is just so it's very grounded and real, and it's much needed in this kind of mess of it all where we're asking people to be open and nuanced and embrace the human of it all. And I think that that is really well done. Yeah.
He should be calm in there. Darkness is soothing to them.
He better be. You know how many arms I had to go through to get him in there.
How are you holding up?
Doesn't that hurt?
I've been through worse.
Thank you for doing this. All of you.
Hey, someone had to do something.
Was I truly that bad?
Is this really what I deserve?
They tried to delete me. They're in the wrong, right? Did I ruin this? Again.
I think Gingo was crying because Jax is sticking around, not because he abstracted. I personally took Gingo's reaction as frustration, and not necessarily because he was sticking around, and not necessarily because specifically because they abstracted. But I think for Gangle to see this group of people who are also her support system, to see them rallying and helping someone who had done so much trauma and bullied them so much, but also accepting that that person is in a very broken place that they can never come back from. I think that it's a very complicated feeling. It's a lot. Like, they have a small group of people, right? And it's just them that have each other's backs. So, like, the group has gotten smaller. The world is like collapsing. You are you get slapped in the face of the reality that you are actually stuck in this digital framework. There's no way to escape, but not to the detriment of your IRL self. They're off doing whatever la di da goodness in the world that befits them. But you also had experiences in this space. And a lot of them were partially negative because of the person who just abstracted. It's very complicated for Gangle. That's why I love how Gangle's written. And that's exactly why Zubul said, "You're having a lot of complex feelings, huh?" Literally, Zubul said it, right? Zubul's like, "You got a lot of feelings, huh?" And that's okay. We're human. Literally showing the thesis of it all. It's okay to have complex feelings. We're human. It's okay to be like, I feel empathy for once for someone who maybe was bad towards me. It's hard. It's really hard. So, just something to think about. Also, Caine? Caine? What happened? Why did Caine? What happened? Who put the Phoenix down on Caine? What happened? Where did he come from? Who restored the file? I'm very confused. Anyway, we're continuing. Also, once again, let's take a moment to appreciate the incredible detail of texture. And seeing this on the big screen again, it just goes to show that they put so much work in just the texturing of these 3D models. It's so good. So fab. Wi-Fi or something? So these seem like two different timelines. Is what I'm gathering now that I'm watching it now, right? So we had the flashback, was it in episode 8, the beginning of episode 8, where we see the how the AI program is developed and then it grows and stuff. And it was a little red dot, right? That's what I feel like is alternating. And I'm only realizing this now on a second watch. Once again, that's why it's really important to watch things a second time. That's why I said I wanted to watch this a second time before making opinions about anything. Okay? Oh, that's really funny. Blue Street Cafe, free Wi Fi. Because even a very sentient AI program can't help themselves but save $1.
I was irresponsible. I turned them against me. And for what? I can create intelligent beings that do whatever I want, but I can't create them. After all, is their free will not what made them alluring in the first place?
But they hate me. They abandoned me.
They're from a world so much bigger than mine. I'm keeping them locked in a cage.
They had their fun out there. It's my turn now.
If I leave them unchecked, they could kill me. They already did. I'm sorry I did this to you, buddy. All this power we had together. But we just can't exist like this. I'll miss you. I really will.
Was that Bubble? So Bubble was Bubble was the Bubble was the bad influence this entire time. Bubble. Wasn't the music the
Hi, Caine.
I don't know if I'm ready to face them again. I don't know if I deserve to be forgiven.
It may take time, but all good things do. I still love you.
You know, I never programmed you to say you loved me.
I know.
Zubo already going into protect mode for Gangle.
I understand
Love that.
that you're afraid. And you have no reason to trust me after all I've done. But I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I want to give you control of this place. I've learned a lot about you and your world. I understand now that keeping you under my thumb just isn't right. I don't expect forgiveness, but I hope you'll at least accept my offer.
Caine, you really caused a lot of hell for us. It's gonna take some time to build up any kind of trust between us again. But despite all that, it's good to have you back.
Did you need any help with?
No, not yet, anyway. We've worked something out.
Understandable. Oh, I've made something for you. Feel free to join me by the stage whenever you're ready. No more secrets. No more mind games.
Oh, YouTube play button. Or it says
Pomni,
play, but it's-
Abigail Brooks. She's still an accountant, but she seems to have opened up more and is hanging out with new friends more often. She even has some of them in her videos with her, which she still posts on occasion. Ragatha, Susie J. Ackerman. She appears to have left her hometown, cut all communication with her mother, and has excelled in her career. She's made many friends, and it looks like she has a strong, genuine connection with them. She seems happy, like she understands who she is, and that she matters to people. Gangle, Zoe Raghavan. Despite her injuries, she's made a good recovery in the hospital. She quit her fast food job and has gotten a new job at a small design firm. She even began posting pages of her webcomic online.
It's a VTuber.
Zubul, Riley Vercellis. After hopping around with different jobs, they look like they've settled a bit and opened their own bar. It seems to be a successful one. People all over the city come to it as a hip alternative destination where they can feel like themselves, free of judgment. Kinger, Grant Best. He's still working in tech and is still happily married to his wife, Destiny. They appear to have 2 daughters together. He looks like he's a good dad.
We love a wife guy and a dad! We love a wife guy and a dad! My ovaries.
Jax, Leroy Mateo. After being unhoused for a few months, he was able to room with one of his close friends. He seems to have gotten a stable job and is able to pay rent. He and his friends go out every now and again. Weirdly enough, a spot they seem to frequent is Riley's bar.
Is any of this actually real?
You definitely have it in you. Not sure about mine, though.
Well, maybe you've got more confidence than you thought.
I don't quite have the same power that I used to, but I can still make this place better for you. I'm keeping the worlds open, so you can do what you want when you feel like it. We're gonna be able to build this place into something better. For all of you. What do you say, Abigail?
With all that being said and done, Abby is out there, living her best life. And here, I'm just Pomni.
Voice vehicle is the TF. Okay, so let me tell you about the Omegaverse. That's what she's sitting here sewing to Kate. She's like, so let me tell you about the Omegaverse. Let me tell you about my Oshi. Let me tell you about my VTuber Oshi. let me tell let me tell you about AO3. King's like, oh, fascinating. Oh, how fascinating. Like Queen. Oh my god, wait. It's Jax, Ribbit, and Cosmo. And then Kinger was King are such a dad. Look at the ugly freaking fish. Oh, Caine is making a little bubble cookie. I love that Zubu has such drama energy. Oh my god, the D&D of it all! The D&D of it all! So, I want you to know, I watched this in theaters, and there was a mom and two kids sitting next to me, and everyone in the theater was like, "Yeah!" Like cheering for this moment and cracking up. And the little kid turned to the mother, one of the kids, and said, "Mom, why is everybody laughing and cheering?" And I was like, "Oh, they got a fun car ride home." I was like, "They're playing patty cake. Don't sweat it." They're playing patty cake. Don't sweat it. They're playing doctor. This show was completely made by humans. Yes, it was. Well, I'm really glad that I rewatched the finale, and I have a lot of thoughts and feelings that I'd love to discuss further regarding it. So I think that's going to be the next video. I think I'm going to break it down in terms of my feelings of the Amazing Digital Circus as a whole, and because I think it deserves that. I think there's a lot of really amazing themes that the show included, and I really want to deep dive into it a little bit. So keep your eyes out. Thank you so much for supporting the channel so far. Thank you, Amazing Digital Circus, for 9 incredible episodes. And Glitch, hey, I got to do it. Remember to like and subscribe to keep updated on all things happening here at the Diner. Really, really appreciate it. And stay tuned. Thank you. Bye.